Hello everybody, welcome back to Mass Effect. Literally just picking up right where we left off with the other video. I'm pretty much an open book, so if you have questions or anything about me, I'm willing to share. Just leave them in the comment section. Oops, that was a bad shot. Now take down your shield. Oops. There we go. Feeling a little rusty today. Oops. There we go. Yay, levels. I was dreaming off into whatever guests dream of. Alright. No scoping is not an option. I figured I'd try. Wow, I actually didn't expect that level 1 power to actually do that. Alright, let's go ahead and take a moment to level. Alright, can't upgrade that yet. Alright, we could do barrier and unlock stasis, which wouldn't be a terrible idea here. Barrier gives you basically an extra boost to your shields. 400 extra points of shield damage. It only lasts for 11 seconds, which can be a really good, nice initial boost, but it'll fade away fairly quickly, and it's got a recharge time of 60 seconds, so 1 minute before you can use it again. This is actually a really good ability. Singularity is a little bit better because that allows you to basically control them, pull them out of cover, and really screw them up. Lift is basically a slightly weaker version of that. Let's go ahead. Oh yeah, here we go. The basic armor grants you the ability Shield Boost, which increases your shield restoration for a brief amount of time. Yeah, pistols, it increases your damage and accuracy, which you're already pretty much at maximum accuracy. Go ahead and do that, and the adept. Just go ahead and start getting our cooldowns and protections upgraded there. Check out Kaidan here. We're gonna go ahead and get that electronics. First aid. First aid is a skill that's kind of important because as long as one member of your party has this skill, you can use it. Doesn't matter. It's not something you have to like select from the wheel and use. It's automatically used whenever you use a heal ability. Medicine is interesting. It's basically like a temporary stun, and then it inflicts some toxic damage. Toxic damage is mostly good against organics, especially Krogan and later Vorcha, because they have insane regen abilities, and toxicity can help mitigate or even cancel that out. Yeah, being able to heal a lot more for your party members is significant. And then otherwise, Kaidan's a Sentinel, so he's that tech biotic mix option, which I said is probably the other difficult class to play as. Kaidan, unfortunately, kind of falls off for being a good companion to bring out with you because of it. I'm like, unless you guys basically his tech stuff all filled out. There's pretty much better people to take for, well, everything, because he doesn't have any weapon upgrades. So you can take other people that have a higher damage weapon that can do these things, and it's just so much easier. Ashley Williams, basic soldier. That's all she does. Everything is combat based. For her, at least in this initial amount, I kind of think that giving her the higher health is important. But I think you also have to kind of upgrade her weapons and stuff. So let's go ahead and do 2 in soldier, 1 in combat armor, 1, 2 in assault rifles. You know what, let's go ahead and do another one in combat armor just so she can get her shields back up faster. That'll make her nice and tanky. Alright, let's get under here.
This is the dig site. The beacon was right here. It must have been moved.
By who? Our side or the Geth?
Hard to say. Maybe we'll know more after we check out the research camp.
You think anyone got out of here alive?
If they were lucky. Maybe hiding up in the camp. It's just on the top of this ridge, up the ramps.
Change of plans, Shepard. There's a small spaceport up ahead. I want to check it out. I'll wait for you there.
Let's see, I need to remember what we have here. Okay. This is probably the first most annoying fight in the game. It's a lot easier now with the not having to worry about your weapon accuracy, but
It's a good place for an ambush. Keep your guard up.
these stinking things.
Oh god, they're still alive.
What did the
Hey,
Geth
look,
do
Mass
to them?
Effect's zombies. Not quite literally, they're basically tech zombies. They have too many hit points. Stasis you, why didn't that work? Why didn't that work? Let's warp you. Let's go try it. I'm not having a good time aiming right now. I'm just flailing away at the joysticks almost. I definitely lean more towards using the sniper rifle because I prefer to take the slow, steady aim versus the quick pump as much lead into this thing as possible approach. So here's where the decryption and electronic skills come in handy. As long as one person in your group can do those, you can do the hacks. PlayStation's kind of annoying with it because it's just press the symbol buttons in a certain pattern that flashes on the screen, which if you miss it kind of sucks. Where PC has kind of like a little puzzle to play on it, and I kind of wish they would have ported those over into this game because it's way more fun to do the puzzle versus just pressing keys in a sequence. Alright, let's go. Some of these go up to, I think, 8 buttons you have to press for these things.
Humans. Thank the Maker.
Hurry, close the door before they come back.
Don't worry. We'll protect you.
Thank you. I think we'll be okay now. It looks like everyone's gone.
You're Dr. Warren, the one in charge of the excavation. Do you know what happened to the beacon?
It was moved to the spaceport this morning. Manuel and I stayed behind to help pack up the camp. When the attack came, the Marines held them off long enough for us to hide. They gave their lives to save us.
No one is saved. The age of humanity is ended. Soon, only ruin and corpses will remain.
What else can you tell me about the attack?
It all happened so fast. One second we were gathering up our equipment. The next we were hiding in the shed while the Geth swarmed over the camp.
Agents of the Destroyers, bringers of darkness, heralds of our extinction.
We could hear the battle outside. Gunfire, screams. I thought it would never end. Then everything went quiet. We just sat there, too afraid to move, until you came along.
Did you notice a Turian in the area?
I saw him, the Prophet, leader of the enemy. He was here before the attack.
That's impossible. Nihilus was with us in the Normandy before the attack. He couldn't have been here.
I'm sorry, Manuel's still a bit unsettled. We haven't seen your Turian. We've been hiding in here since the attack.
Can you tell me anything about the beacon?
It's some type of data module from a galaxy-wide communications network. Remarkably well preserved. It could be the greatest scientific discovery of our lifetime. Miraculous new technologies, groundbreaking medical advances. Who knows what secrets are locked inside?
We have unearthed the heart of evil, awakened the beast, unleashed the darkness.
Manuel, please. This isn't the time.
What's wrong with your assistant?
Manuel has a brilliant mind, but he's always been a bit unstable. Genius and madness are two sides of the same coin.
Is it madness to see the future? To see the destruction rushing towards us? To understand there is no escape? No hope? No. I am not mad. I'm the only sane one left.
I gave him an extra dose of his meds after the attack.
Yeah, a lot of people like doing this one. And yes, it's funny, but I'm being Paragon, I'm not being Renegade.
Williams, take us to the spaceport.
You can't stop it. Nobody can stop it. Night is falling. The darkness of eternity.
Hush, Manuel, go lie down. You'll feel better once the medication kicks in.
Oh boy. Uh-oh.
Saren. Nihilus. This isn't your mission, Saren. What are you doing here?
The Council thought you could use some help on this one.
I wasn't expecting to find the Geth here. The situation's bad.
Don't worry. I've got it under control.
I just gotta say, Saren is a fairly well-written villain.
Off in the distance.
Looky, looky. That looks way better now than it did back in the day. Also, just look at the God rays coming off your character there. Like, that's pretty impressive. Oops. Gotta love that overheat. That's kind of funny. I watch a lot of videos of people playing this, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, I hate this not having ammo thing," and then they get to Mass Effect 2, and then they start complaining about, "Oh, I don't have enough ammo." It's like, just can't quite get what they want. Something else to remember about weapons is the shotgun and sniper rifles have a higher base weapon force, is what they call it. weapon force is important for especially situations where there's swarms of lots of enemies to knock them down, which that's a huge strat, is to keep your opponents from being able to attack and just get them stunned a little bit to give you more time to kill them. This is a situation where having that maxed out charm or intimidate is actually important, because if you don't have them, you don't get options in this conversation.
Everybody stay calm out there. We're coming out, we're not armed.
Is it safe? Are they gone?
You're okay now. Nobody's gonna hurt you.
Those things were crawling all around the shed. They would have found us for sure. We owe you our lives.
I still can't believe it. When we saw that ship, I thought it was all over.
It showed up right before the attack. I knew it was trouble the second I saw it, so we made a break for the sheds.
Tell me everything you remember about the attack.
The three of us were working the crops when that ship showed up. We just saw it and ran. I don't know what happened to the rest of the crew.
They were by the garage, over near the spaceport, right where that ship came down. No way they survived.
You don't know that. We survived. If they made it to the garage, they could have had a fighting chance.
Do you know anything about the Prothean beacon they dug up?
We're just farmers. We heard they found something out there, but it never really mattered to us. Not until now.
What else can you tell me about the ship you saw?
I was too busy running to get a clear look at it. I think it landed over near the spaceport.
Tell them about the noise, Cole. That awful noise.
It was emitting some kind of signal as it descended. It sounded like the shriek of the damned. Only it was coming from inside your own head.
It was probably trying to block communications.
Whatever it was, felt like it was tearing right through my skull. Almost made it impossible to think.
I have to go.
Hey, Cole, we're just a bunch of farmers. These guys are soldiers. Maybe we should give them the stuff.
Jeez, Blake, you gotta learn when to shut up.
You have something to tell me, Cole?
Some guys at the spaceport were running a small smuggling ring, nothing major. In exchange for a cut of the profits, we let them store packages in our sheds.
You're breaking the law, Cole.
We're not hurting anybody. Hell, most of the time I don't even know what's in the packages. Just thought there might be something we could use. I found a pistol. Figured it would come in handy if those things came back. But you'll probably get more use out of it than we will.
We're risking our lives to save this colony. You sure there's nothing else in here that could help us out?
Yeah, there's one more thing. I was gonna sell it after this was over, but you probably deserve it more than I do.
Who's your contact at the spaceport, Cole? What's his name?
He's not a bad guy. I don't want to get him in trouble. Besides, I'm not a snitch.
Yeah, here you can see this one's grayed out. This would be the Intimidate check option or Renegade. And this one here, the blue one, is a Paragon, you know, light side, dark side. And since we don't have any Intimidate, we can't use this one. And I think you have to have at least 2 to be able to get the other option I use. And you have to have 3, I think, to get this one. I could be wrong on that because I'm not exactly sure how the Legendary updated it. I've always just played it Legendary with the I need 3 to get this.
He might have something to do with this whole attack, Cole. We need his name. It's important.
Yeah, okay, you're right. His name's Powell. Works the docks at the spaceport if he's still alive.
I have to go.
Good luck.
Yeah, that's the importance of using the Charm and Intimidate ranks, because you don't get some of this stuff. So for equipment here, you can just cycle through our different options here. So we're using the Striker 1, or no, we're not. We're using Kessler 1. Here you can see, you know, how much heat is dissipated. It's significantly lower. This thing's designed a little bit more for stopping power, but it's not quite good enough to replace your base pistol with. This one, though, I mean, why not? And then for these little empty squares by the little green symbol there underneath their make and model, those are upgrade slots. So you have one slot which is only for ammo. So in this case, you either get extra damage against organics or synthetics. we're fighting synthetic enemies here, so we're going to take that one. It would be nice if it didn't exit out of this option every time you picked one, because there's also a utility upgrade. In this case, Combat Sensor 2. This is a good upgrade. The combat sensors allow for you to break a specific level of jamming up to the sensor's level. So some enemies and some areas will prevent your radar from picking up locations of where your enemies are. This will allow you to see those. The important thing to remember here, combat sensors only work with the main character's gun, and only when it's equipped. So if you put that on Kaidan, it wouldn't do him any good. It wouldn't do you any good. You have to be the one wielding the weapon. Okay. So I'm not too sold on the Hurricane one. However, the Scimitar one, even though it's slightly less accuracy, you do get, that's a decent amount more damage and a lot better heat sink capacity, so we're going to go ahead and take that one. And I don't really feel like I need that. Alright. Since we only had those two weapons, I'm not going to bother upgrading my squad mates because they're pretty much using the same weapons that you get, so. It's usually a good idea to kind of examine things. I can't remember exactly where everything's hidden on this map in terms of equipment containers. Okay, that's just the door. Actually, wait, was there something in there? I cannot remember. There is. Haha. Alright. Oop, we got some new armor. And possibly... yeah, Scimitar 1 to Scimitar 2. Same accuracy rating, more heat sink, and more damage. So we'll go ahead and take that one. I'm actually going to give that to Ashley, I think. Yeah, so nothing really improves there. Oh yeah, we can do details. So this can tell you down here on the bottom what type of expectancy you can have. Some sniper rifles can be fired more repeatedly, some are single fire. So in this case, yeah, it's slow firing. It has a low accuracy than other sniper rifles. Slow firing is actually typically good because you're hitting for all the damage listed in one shot, where say a 3-shot sniper rifle has to hit all 3 bullets in order to equal the amount of damage it's saying that you do. So I think, yeah, we'll go ahead and take the Reaver. No grenade upgrades yet. No new amps yet. Alright, here we go. Unfortunately, we will not be getting that heavy armor. Okay. Yeah, my Scorpion one versus the Guardian. I mean, like, that's clearly a different class. I do like the Guardian look, but unfortunately it's just not even in the same zone. Oh yes, armor upgrades as well. This can be important. Health regeneration per second is both helpful in and out of combat. Actually, so we need to get Ashley up there. She's pretty much the only human that's ever going to have heavy armor unless you are also playing a soldier. which is a little bit sad. Yes, we want to give this to Ashley. There we go. No, she can use that. Okay, I think we're good there. Yeah, good thing I decided to go back and check that area. This armor is going to be helpful. Always be aware.
Commander, it's Nyla.
Something's moving over behind those crates.
Wait! Don't shoot! I'm one of you! I'm human!
Sneaking up on us like that nearly got you killed.
I am sorry, I was hiding from those creatures. My name's Powell. I saw what happened to that Turian. The other one shot him.
I need to know how Nihilus died.
The other one got here first. He was waiting when your friend showed up. He called him Saren. I think they knew each other. Your friend seemed to relax. He let his guard down. And Saren killed him. Shot him right in the back. I'm just lucky he didn't see me behind the crates.
We were told a Prothean beacon was brought to the spaceport. What happened to it?
It's over on the other platform. Probably where that guy Saren was headed. He hopped on the cargo train right after he killed your friend. I knew that beacon was trouble. Everything's gone to hell since we found it. First that damn mothership showed up, then the attack. They killed everyone. Everyone. If I hadn't been behind the crates, I'd be dead too.
How come you're the only one who survived? Why didn't anyone else try to hide behind the crates?
They never had a chance. I was already behind the crates when the attack started.
Wait a minute. You were hiding behind the crates before the attack?
Sometimes I need a nap to get through my shift. I sneak off behind the crates to grab 40 winks where the supervisor can't find me.
You survived because you're lazy?
If you hadn't snuck off for that nap, you'd probably be dead just like all the others.
Yeah, I guess. I don't really want to think about it.
Tell me about the Geth attack.
It was quick. 1 minute that ship was descending, the next, those Geth were swarming over the platform. Thousands of them. They must have been inside that mothership. They shot anything that moved. It was a massacre.
Is there anything else you can tell me about the beacon?
They brought it here this morning. We loaded it up onto the train and shipped it to the other platform. Hard to believe that was only a few hours ago. Feels like a whole other life.
Tell me about this mothership you saw.
I've never seen anything like it before. It was huge. Landed over near that platform. The whole place got dark as it came down. And it was making this noise, this sound that bored right into your brain. That's what woke me up. The attack came a few minutes later.
So this is another reward you get from having had that charm or intimidate check for the other group over there, where you got this guy's name.
You're Cole's contact here on the docks for the smuggling ring.
What? No! I mean, what does it matter now? So I'm a smuggler, who cares? My supervisor's dead, the entire crew's dead. Doesn't matter now, does it?
Anything hidden nearby that we could use against the Geth?
A shipment of grenades came through last week. Nobody notices if a few small pieces go missing from the military orders.
You greedy son of a bitch. We're out here trying to protect your sorry ass, and all you can think about is how you can rip us off?
I never thought you'd actually need those grenades. Who'd want to attack Eden Prime? We're just a bunch of farmers. How was I supposed to know?
Just give me the grenades.
They're yours. Take them. My smuggling days are over, I swear.
Yeah.
A lot of Marines died here, Powell. Those grenades could have come in handy. If I were you, I'd think of some way to make it up to them.
Yeah, okay. There is something else I was saving. Could be worth a fortune. Experimental technology, top of the line. Take it. I don't need it. I didn't want anyone to get hurt. Really, I'm sorry.
We need to find that beacon before it's too late.
Take the cargo train. That's where the other Turian went. I can't stay here. I need to get away from all this.
Alright, so we got our first grenade option. This one's kind of nice. It increases the radius of the explosions, the damage, and the weapon force, which is what can knock somebody down. So we can come over here like this. We throw that down like that. Boom. Not exactly the most optimal way to use a grenade, but I wanted to show it off. Oh. And something else back here. Anti-personnel and radioactive rounds. Radioactive rounds will be nice against regeners. Oh, excuse me if you heard that little burp there. Trying to get those shots lined up. Yeah, see, this is why I don't like the Legendary Edition for this. Okay, no, that's not totally true. I love the Legendary Edition. I just don't like this one little thing that they changed to, you know, the weapon systems that makes this so easy. I mean, I'm playing on hardcore. This should have a whole different feel at this point in time. Where is it? There it is. Nope, that's not gonna work. Come on and say cheese. Come on. Come on. Yes, you can hit them with only a little tiny bit showing as long as your aim and accuracy is... Oh, right, your aim's already perfect. As long as your eyesight and joysticks are responding well. We'll just say that.
Set the charges. Destroy the entire colony. Leave no evidence that we were here.
Whew, getting tired. Here we go. The big bombs. I love the design of the Geth. They're just like synthetic, but they designed their metals to basically be almost soft and pretty much organic almost. The way they keep
Demolition charges. The Geth must have planted them.
Moving.
Hurry! We need to find them all and shut them down.
Yep, no minigame for this. They don't want you to fail and blow yourself up, you know? Oh no, I'm being shot at. Worry, worry, panic, panic. I just need to check something real quick because I want to make sure this did not accidentally go and change the difficulty on me. Nope, hardcore still. Caden, you're in the way. Oop, that did not kill it. Trying to snipe me? I'm the sniper here. Actually, I think they were sniping at Ashley or Caden. So yeah, snipers are actually nasty. You definitely don't want to let those beams last. You see that beam, just get in cover, break the line of sight as fast as possible, because you don't know if Caden, was your bullets going out the back of your gun there? Yeah, you don't know if that's going to one-shot you or not. On hardcore mode, it should one-shot you. No, my shields. Good job, Caden. Way to stand your ground there. Alright, before we do anything there, I need to run around and check for stuff. Because you won't be coming back here. That's not an important thing. You don't want to click the objective until you've searched everything. Because you might miss out on some good upgrades, or credits, or resources of some type. For those of you who played this game, I'm not sure if I'm going to do a full explore of every planet. I might do some of those on my own. And then like I'll do the main objectives on video, and then I'll go get all the things that might not be on the map later. Look at that devastation out there. Most of the colony is in significant ruins. Liberator. So there is an interesting thing about this game. Some armors are able to basically act as environmental suits. That's important for some planets that have environmental hazards. So you need to keep an eye out for those special types of armors. They usually will say in their details. Oops, I don't want to mark these as trumpets. Okay. Is that toxin resistance? I'll keep the first aid in there though. Suppose you can't like examine things you can't wear.
Normandy, the beacon is secure.
This is
Request
amazing.
immediate-
Actual working Prothean technology. Unbelievable.
It wasn't doing anything like that when they dug it up.
Something must have activated it.
Roger, Normandy. Standing by.
Oh no, let's save him.
Shepard!
No, don't touch it. It's just...
I kind of like the fact that they don't have any voiceovers of them saying anything, like calling for help or that, because you're unconscious. It's like you couldn't hear them.
We identified the ship that touched down on Eden Prime. The Normandy, a human alliance vessel. It was under the command of Captain Anderson. They managed to save the colony.
And the beacon.
One of the humans may have used it.
This human must be eliminated.
Doctor? Dr. Chakwas. I think she's waking up.
You had us worried there, Shepard. How are you feeling?
Minor throbbing. Nothing serious. How long was I out?
About 15 hours. Something happened down there with the beacon, I think.
It's my fault. I must have triggered some kind of security field when I approached it. You had to push me out of the way.
You had no way to know what would happen.
Actually, we don't even know if that's what set it off. Unfortunately, we'll never get the chance to find out.
The beacon exploded. A system overload, maybe. And the blast knocked you cold. Williams and I had to carry you back here to the ship.
I appreciate it.
Physically, you're fine. But I detected some unusual brain activity. Abnormal beta waves. I also noticed an increase in your rapid eye movement. Signs typically associated with intense dreaming.
I saw... I'm not sure what I saw. Death, destruction... Nothing's really clear.
I better add this to my report. It may... Oh, Captain Anderson.
How's our XO holding up, Doctor?
Well, all the readings look normal. I'd say the commander's going to be fine.
Glad to hear it. Shepard, I need to speak with you. In private.
Aye, aye, Captain. I'll be in the mess if you need me.
Sounds like that beacon hit you pretty hard, Commander. Are you sure you're okay?
I don't like soldiers dying under my command.
Jenkins wasn't your fault. You did a good job, Shepard.
Did we leave Gunnery Chief Williams back on Eden Prime?
I figured we could use a soldier like her. She's been reassigned to the Normandy.
Williams is a good soldier. She deserves it.
Lieutenant Alenko agrees with you. That's why I added her to our crew.
Intel dropped the ball, sir. We had no idea what we were walking into down there. That's why things went to hell.
The Geth haven't been outside the Veil in 2 centuries, Commander. Nobody could have predicted this.
You said you needed to see me in private, Captain?
I won't lie to you, Shepard. Things look bad. Nihilus is dead. The beacon was destroyed and Geth are invading. The Council's going to want answers.
I didn't do anything wrong, Captain. Hopefully the Council can see that.
I'll stand behind you and your report, Shepard. You're a damned hero in my books. That's not why I'm here. It's Saren, that other Turian. Saren's a Spectre, one of the best. a living legend. But if he's working with the Geth, it means he's gone rogue. A rogue Spectre's trouble. Saren's dangerous, and he hates humans.
Why?
He thinks we're growing too fast, taking over the galaxy. A lot of aliens think that way. Most of them don't do anything about it. But Saren has allied himself with the Geth. I don't know how, I don't know why. I only know it had something to do with that beacon. You were there just before that beacon self-destructed. Did you see anything? Any clue that might tell us what Saren was after?
Just before I lost consciousness, I had some kind of vision.
A vision? A vision of what?
I saw synthetics. Geth, maybe. Slaughtering people. Butchering them.
We need to report this to the Council, Shepard.
What are we gonna tell them? I had a bad dream?
We don't know what information was stored in that beacon. Lost Prothean technology? Blueprints for some ancient weapon of mass destruction? Whatever it was. Saren took it. But I know Saren. I know his reputation is politics. He believes humans are a blight on the galaxy. This attack was an act of war. He has the Seekers from the beacon. He has an army of Geth at his command, and he won't stop until he's wiped humanity from the face of the galaxy.
I'll find some way to take him down.
It's not that easy. He's a Spectre. He can go anywhere, do almost anything. That's why we need the Council on our side.
We prove Saren's gone rogue and the Council will revoke his Spectre status.
I'll contact the Ambassador and see if he can get us an audience with the Council. He'll want to see us as soon as we reach the Citadel. We should be getting close. Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
Alright, let's do some exploring and some talking, and then we'll head to the Citadel dock. I do remember back when this game first came out, the doors took forever to transition between rooms.
Yes,
It's
Commander?
terrible.
Is there something you need?
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth, or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
What do you know about Captain Anderson?
I've served with him for a few tours now. He knows when to let things slide and when to crack the whip. The crew knows he's seen pretty much anything they'll ever run into. And he cares about the people under his command.
How well do you know the Lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record. Over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. The crew could use some good news after what happened to Jenkins.
Jenkins was a valuable part of this crew.
Part of me feels guilty over what happened. If Jenkins was still alive, I might not be here.
You're a good soldier, Williams. You belong on the Normandy.
Thanks, Commander. That means a lot from you. I've never met anyone who was awarded the Star of Terra.
Things were pretty rough down there. Are you okay?
I've seen friends die before. Comes with being a Marine. But to see my whole unit wiped out, and you never get used to seeing dead civilians. But things would have been a lot worse if you hadn't shown up.
We couldn't have done it without you, Williams.
Thanks, Commander. I have to admit, I was a little worried about being assigned to the Normandy. It's nice when someone makes you feel welcome.
I think you're gonna fit in here just fine, Williams.
Thanks, Commander.
These sleeping pods look uncomfortable.
Commander, I'm glad to see you're okay. Losing Jenkins was hard on the crew, and I'm glad we didn't lose you too.
Things were pretty rough down there.
Yeah, you never get used to seeing dead civilians. Doesn't seem right somehow. But at least you stopped Saren from wiping out the whole colony.
I couldn't have done it without you.
We're Marines. We stick together. And I'm just sorry that we lost Jenkins.
Yeah, I wish I could have done something to save him.
I was there. You did everything right. It was just bad luck.
It's been a hell of a shakedown, Cruz. Our first mission ends with one Spectre killing another. The Citadel Council's not going to be happy about that. Probably use it to lever more concessions out of the Alliance.
You've got a good grasp of the situation. You a career man?
Yeah, a lot of biotics are. We're not restricted, but we sure don't go undocumented. May as well get a paycheck for it. Besides, my father served. I made him proud when I enlisted. Eventually. But is that why you're here? Because of your family?
I was a regular Navy brat. I got a little more noteworthy than the folks expected.
Oh, that's right, the Blitz. I imagine that bought you any post in the fleet. Word is we're heading for the Citadel, ma'am. Can you, tell me why?
The captain hopes the ambassador can get an audience with the council. Tell them what Saren's been up to.
Makes sense. They'd probably like to know he's not working for them anymore. Whatever happens, we'll be ready, Commander.
So yeah, I definitely like to be as open with my immediate crew, the ones that I take out on missions, because I definitely don't like hiding things. And
go speak to Joker when you're ready. Tell him to bring the Normandy into dock.
You know, I want them to know their risks and what's expected of them. Build trust, you know? We have no reason to go downstairs. Oh, down the elevator. It's not stairs.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. Losing Jenkins was hard enough.
Yeah, I lost the bright-eyed youth. I told him not to take any risks, but even then, just got ambushed and swarmed.
Good timing, Commander. I was just about to bring us into the Citadel. See that taxpayer money at work.
I do love the reveals of the Citadel. It's very majestic the way they have it in the Nebula. Also, I can never get tired of looking at the Normandy. Look at that. Also, I love the Turian cruisers.
Look at the size of that ship.
The Ascension, flagship of the Citadel fleet.
Well, size isn't everything.
Why
That thing just says, shoot me in this big glowing center.
Firepower too.
Look at that monster. Its main gun could rip through the barriers in any ship in the Alliance fleet.
Good thing it's on our side, then.
Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Stand by for clearance, Normandy. Clearance granted. You may begin your approach. Transferring you to an Alliance operator.
Roger, Alliance Tower. Normandy out.
Normandy, this is Alliance Tower. Please proceed to Dock 422.
It's also pretty.
This is an outrage! The Council would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony!
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action!
You don't get to make demands of the Council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Saren. We will discuss the CSEC findings at the hearing, not before.
Captain Anderson, I see you brought half your crew with you.
Just the ground team from Eden Prime, in case you had any questions.
I have the mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
They are. Sounds like you convinced the Council to give us an audience.
They were not happy about it. Saren's their top agent. They don't like him being accused of treason.
Saren's a threat to every human colony out there. He needs to be stopped. The Council has to listen to us.
Settle down, Commander. You've already done more than enough to jeopardize your candidacy for the Spectres. The mission on Eden Prime was a chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
That's Saren's fault, not hers.
Then we better hope the CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing. Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
And that's why I hate politicians.
Alright, I think we're going to call it there for today. I might go ahead and record another video. We'll see how I feel. I need to take a short break at least. For those of you tuning out, have a good morning, day, or evening. And see you on the next one. Goodbye.